Range Rover. Two words synonymous with absolute luxury, refinement, and unrivaled capability. We haven't set out to reimagine Range Rover, we've simply made it better. With its floating roofline, continuous waistline, and lower accent graphics, the smoother bonnet gives the car a more sleek and sophisticated stance, while the new grille shows the exquisite attention to detail. Inside, the new Range Rover is the embodiment of executive-class travel. Cutting-edge technology is combined with the finest British craftsmanship and ingenious stowage solutions to produce our most luxurious cabin ever. The new Touch Pro Duo infotainment system is the sleek centerpiece of the sophisticated cabin. Wider, deeper cushioned seats create an unrivaled level of comfort. The long wheelbase features 186 millimeters of additional legroom, and the executive class seats provide the ultimate rear passenger experience. Sleek redesigned headlights enhance the commanding upright stance of the new Range Rover, and now feature LED technology for greater efficiency and durability. At the rear, the new LED taillights have a self-assured simplicity. Dynamic integrated exhausts complement the new Range Rover's elegant looks and further enhance the vehicle's iconic design. The new Range Rover features Touch Pro Duo. This sleek and engaging infotainment system has two 10-inch touchscreens. The upper screen is the infotainment hub, whilst the lower screen includes climate controls and direct input to the seat settings. The rear seat entertainment system allows passengers to access their own multimedia entertainment through the 10.2-inch HD touchscreen, which delivers an outstanding level of interactivity. The all-new Pixel LED headlights produce a beam made up of 144 LEDs that responds to multiple light sources. The system can shadow 4 sections simultaneously, illuminating the road ahead without dazzling oncoming traffic. At higher speeds, the optional laser supplementary high beam enhances visibility more than 500 meters ahead, further improving safety. The new Range Rover incorporates an impressive level of ingeniously integrated connectivity and practicality. The secure 4G Wi-Fi hotspot supports up to 8 devices at a time, and combined with numerous charging points, ensure you stay connected and fully charged wherever your journey takes you. Connect Pro allows you to communicate with your vehicle via your smartphone wherever you are. From setting the interior climate of the car, to locking and unlocking the doors, or planning and sending door-to-door routes. The new Range Rover's second-generation head-up display delivers a larger full-color image, projecting key information into the driver's line of sight. The advanced multifunction steering wheel uses hidden until lit capacitive switches to give the driver effortless control of the vehicle's functionality. The 12.3-inch high-resolution full-color interactive driver display has 4 different layouts, which can be tailored to suit the driver's preference and deliver the key information required. The Range Rover Activity Key is a durable waterproof wristband that allows the user to lock and unlock the vehicle without having to carry their key fob. Inside the new Range Rover, occupants are cocooned within a tranquil haven. New, thicker 6mm glass makes the new Range Rover our quietest drive ever, and enables occupants to enjoy a first-class travel experience. The cabin air ionization system uses nanotechnology to improve the air quality inside the vehicle. The system condenses moisture from the cabin air and breaks it into tiny electrically charged particles that react with air contaminants to neutralize odors, bacteria, and allergens. Shielded by water, the particles last longer and disperse further than those from conventional ionizers, making them more effective and maintaining a healthier cabin atmosphere for longer. The ingenious gesture-activated sun blind further enhances the effortless sense of comfort and well-being inside. The blind closes automatically when the vehicle is locked, returning to its previous position when the driver returns, to help maintain a consistent cabin temperature. The gesture-activated task light has been re-engineered and repositioned for a more focused source, making the new Range Rover perfect for both work and relaxation. The executive class rear seats now offer a 40-degree powered recline for the ultimate in passenger comfort. They can also be folded to increase load space capacity. At the touch of a button, the fifth seat is replaced with the deployable rear center console, transforming the environment into the rear executive class 4-seat configuration, while the front passenger seat automatically folds away to provide even more legroom if desired. With the Comfort Controller app, seat heating, cooling, and even the hot stone massage functionality can all be controlled from your smartphone. A lightweight all-aluminium architecture underpins the new Range Rover's peerless performance. An impressive range of 6 different powertrains has been optimized to cater for all needs. Land Rover's plug-in hybrid electric vehicle represents a new and exciting chapter in the marque's distinguished history. A composed and luxurious ride with Range Rover capability and combined emissions of 64 grams per kilometre. The PHEV P400e features an efficient 2-litre Ingenium petrol engine, coupled with a high-output 85-kilowatt electric motor, which deliver a combined output of 404 PS. The range of engaging petrol engines includes the exhilarating supercharged 3-litre V6 and the incredible performance of the supercharged 5-litre V8. Or choose the smooth, progressive performance of the diesel engines, ranging from the impressive 3-litre TDV6 to the exhilarating performance of the 4.4-litre twin-turbo STV8. Peerless in all respects, this is our most capable Range Rover yet. Terrain Response 2 adjusts the vehicle's configuration to match the demands of the terrain by automatically selecting from one of 5 driving modes. The driver can also select Dynamic Mode, which tunes the suspension for tighter handling and sharper responses, or Eco Mode, where the system promotes the most efficient driving style. The all-new P400e represents an important new chapter in Range Rover's distinguished history. A composed and luxurious ride with Range Rover capability, delivered with impressive combined emissions of 64 grams per kilometre. With the option to charge at home or in designated public places, the new Range Rover is as convenient as it is impressive. Easy home and public charging is supported by the Land Rover In Control app, which allows the driver to use a smartphone to check key information like charge levels and charging times. The petrol engine and electric motor work together to produce a combined output of 404 PS, delivering the effortless drive you expect from a Range Rover. In parallel hybrid mode, the driver can choose between settings to optimize either fuel efficiency or save battery charge for later use. Or when in electric mode, the vehicle can operate as a purely electric vehicle with a range of up to 51 kilometers. The system automatically reverts to the petrol engine if the driver requires greater acceleration. The ultimate Range Rover.
Mercedes-Benz S-Class. One main asset is the desire for beauty. We focus on sophistication, user delight, and a very luxurious visual style. Besides beauty, I'm convinced that the wow of how it works is highly relevant. Ease of use, simplification, and staging of high tech contribute to the luxury experience. With that in mind, and on my way to create the most desired luxury brand. This is the new welcome. You'll see that startup animation welcomes you with a calming star pattern. The familiar Mercedes environment now uses a deep 3D effect with the highest aesthetics. The exclusive mode exudes pure luxury and is specific to the new S-Class. We also created visuals for our sporty-oriented customers, like the performance look you see here. Of course, we also offer a minimalistic look. We use the absolute reduction for the understated mode, simplification at its purest level. When it comes to operation, intuitive is the key word. Informative content and driving functions are easily accessible with a vertical, simple swipe on the touchpad and the steering wheel. And a horizontal swipe calls up a new screen. Here we see the car's many assistance systems in a dynamic 3D environment. All systems are shown on one screen with less distraction, but with the most useful and important information to support safe driving. We are proud to be the first to market with a head-up display with augmented reality functionality. Using this system, driving relevant content is projected alongside the actual driving environment you see through the windshield. For example, clear animated arrows show where to turn. When the arrow fans out, you just follow its direction. It was never easier to navigate. For the first time in a Mercedes, we designed the head unit in a portrait format with ergonomic and intuitive touch operation. What you see is what you get. And as you can see, all icons and text are neatly structured. All settings are clearly marked and can be adjusted in a second to ensure a safe and comfortable driving experience. And of course, you can configure this to your preferences. The app grid is clear and easy to read, and it is also customizable. Without leaving the navigation screen, you can switch between the apps with just a swipe. Above all, high-quality renderings and clear settings ensure an intuitive and emotional user experience.
my personal profile.
Thank you. From now on, you can activate your profile by saying this phrase.
You all know MBUX. We revolutionized the car cockpit with artificial intelligence and intuitive usability. And we're now revolutionizing the existing MBUX system with new and extended functions. In terms of performance, learning ability, design, and system customization, we're breaking completely new ground. In the future, all passengers will be able to use MBUX. The system recognizes the different occupants by their voice. Let's have a look inside the system. Various design styles make MBUX even more individual and a design element of the interior. With the understated mode, we also offer a very reduced graphic display so that the driver can focus on the road and the traffic. The heart of the system is the large OLED touchscreen. It not only gives tactile feedback, it also predicts which elements I want to select, which then stand out visually. In addition, we're integrating more and more streaming services into MBUX. The next step, for instance, is Amazon Music, and more providers will follow. Let's also have a look at the instrument cluster behind the steering wheel. With the S-Class, we're making the EcoScore standard equipment. Millions of people know gamification from their everyday lives. Playful tasks help them improve their fitness, for example. And with EcoScore, we are reducing energy consumption. By driving with foresight, you keep the ball in the middle, save energy, and drive more environmentally friendly. One function of our new Mercedes Me app perfectly complements the EcoScore with the individual fuel consumption service. You can view your actual fuel consumption anywhere and at any time on your smartphone. And if you want, you can compare your figures with those of other users of the same car model. The interaction in the new S-Class between infotainment and driver assistance systems enhances safety. One example: recognition of one's surroundings. Looking ahead and to the rear, a Mercedes can already do that. With the new MBUX, it not only recognizes that a vehicle is approaching, but also which type. The display shows whether a motorcycle, car, or a truck is approaching. The S-Class also reaches the next milestone when it comes to automated driving. Stay tuned for the world premiere in early September. Is there such a thing as the ideal passenger? Couples have probably been arguing about this since the invention of the automobile. And our new S-Class gives the answer, which is yes. Augmented reality makes the S-Class the best co-pilot you ever had. Route instruction are more precise and easier to understand than ever, thanks to the fusion of the virtual and real worlds. There are many arrows in navigation systems, but our engineers put them where they belong, on the road. We're making navigation better than ever, and above all, safer than ever, because the way the driver's eyes can stay on the road. All this is just a small preview of MBUX in the new S-Class. I think it's becoming clear. Daimler's future is digital.
Well, here it is, resplendent in rose gold and alpine green. And to talk us through in more detail is the Director of Design, Stefan Silaf. Hello, Stefan.
Hello, Vicky. Great to see you.
Lovely to see you too. Now, there's another dazzling design from you, and yet you've managed to maintain such a presence. How have you done this?
Yeah, I had the privilege with a great Bentley design team to work mainly on the front and also on the rear of the Bentayga 2. And yeah, do some significant change, but also improvement.
So looking at the front, how does that differ from the first generation Bentayga?
So we literally changed more or less everything from the A-pillar forward, and starting maybe with the bigger picture, the proportion, we had the chance to widen the stance of the car for 10 millimeter on each side. Talking a little bit about measurement, we also had the chance to lift the bonnet for 30 millimeter to give a more upright and prominent statement of our face, let's say.
And those headlamps are pretty mesmerising as well.
Yeah, I mean, we had the chance with all the changes in getting the front more upright, also to change the fenders, and we integrated elliptical lights and also look at the details. This crystal cut glass theme we have been establishing also in the Continental GT and the Flying Spur gives a certain kind of family feeling to the Bentayga 2 and the rest of our portfolio.
Now I notice as well that you've brought that through to the rear, and this is a new back end. So if you can talk us through this, that would be lovely.
Yeah, I mean, the rear end is really doing a big step. Also with regard to the stands, again, the wheels came out also in the rear for 10mm. But we also had the chance to change the trunk lid into a kind of wraparound theme and really emphasize the width and the statement altogether of the rear end of the car with doing a really wide layout of the architecture, also the horseshoe, and then integrating these elliptical lights with very typical Bentley, also lovely details.
It does look a lot wider, is it? Or is it just magic from you?
It is not wider, it is, I wouldn't say magic, but it is a part of our, let's say, professional business to make things look really more and more advanced, and this was one of our little tricks we were playing, let's say.
Now in profile it also looks a bit longer, so is that another special Stefan trick?
Again, yeah, I mean the overall length and also the wheelbase hasn't changed. I suppose the effect arrives from the fact that the bonnet is longer, and then to counterbalance the kind of prominent front end, we had the chance also to work on the rear spoiler, also for aerodynamic reasons, but it also is stretching the overall length of the car visually.
Well, visually it already looks fast, and I'm sure it will be. What about inside the car? What about the major changes?
An exercise we really enjoyed. It's always is and has been a lovely interior. And we have now the chance to change the big things. We had the chance to work on the seats, on the door trim, on the dashboard, and on the center console.
It does look like another exquisite work of art. What about the materials? Can you talk us through a few more details?
Yeah, before I go to the materials, there have been two major changes in the dashboard. So the whole, let's say, dashboard became more digital. So we integrated a digital combi instrument and also a 10.3-inch digital display in the center console. And Chris is going to talk a little bit more in detail about all the technical effects of these devices. Yeah, and coming back to your question on the materials, I give you a few examples. One of the things I really love is this decoration part over here in the door trim, in the dashboard. It's diamond polished 3D aluminum. And we're talking a little bit also about sustainability in this case. We have two more new veneers, sustainable veneers introduced as well. The Koa and the crown cut walnut. Focusing on details in the door trim, in the seats, we have the quilting, and it is in the seats also accompanied with a new micro piping, so it gives a very modern statement. And yeah, altogether I would say the combination of the materials, of the colors, a big step forward into fresh and modern statement.
Lovely, thank you so much indeed for that first look, Stefan.
My pleasure, Vicky.
Thank you. So we have had a look at the surfaces now, and let us ask Chris to dig a little bit deeper and go beneath. Chris, can you talk us through the cabin, please, from your point of view?
Of course, yes. So we'll start with the back of the rear part of the car because, as I said, one of the key objectives was to improve on the comfort of the passengers and really look to get that, enhance what we had as a really high level of comfort, take it one step further. So with some innovative work with seats, new seating arrangements, we've increased the leg room for the passengers, in particular on the 4-seat variant with different positioning of the occupant. We've got up to 100mm additional knee room, which is really good and really helps set off that sort of limousine experience in the back of the car. And with the 5-seat, we've introduced cooling in the seats as well as heating in the seats. There's also, for the rear occupants, an enhancement in the touchscreen remote with a 5-inch screen now with more functionality that allows the people in the rear of the car to have much more control over the climate, over the music that's playing and some of the important information about what the car's doing, which is great for just entertainment generally in the back of the car.
So the rear cabin has more comfort and even more control, particularly for children who will love that.
Yes.
And for the customers who want to drive rather than be driven, what can they expect up front?
Well, it's a formidable driving machine, as we know, anyway. So what we wanted to do was really give it an extra boost in terms of the technology, so that for this new Bentayga, we had a step forward in terms of the actual infotainment. It's all of the digital and electronic equipment in the car. As Stefan said, a new touchscreen in the centre part of the fascia with the very latest infotainment system, much more intuitive to use with many, many more features compared to the first Bentayga, and a digital combi display, but also importantly for the real driving experience, a head-up display has been enhanced with more information for the driver, real-time traffic information, for example, and road condition data on the head-up display, which just makes it all, enhances that whole driving experience.
So when it comes to connectivity, how much of a connected car is it?
So every new Bentayga comes with an embedded SIM. That means that we can connect the car instantly to My Bentley services, and with the launch of the new Bentayga brings a new set of services for connected car. We expect to see about 10-fold increase in the use of such connected services, which is a real step of technology boost and what the customers really demand from us. And with that, that means that all of the additional information, so a download of nav, updates, for example, points of interest, and importantly, additional speech recognition as well for the driver, extra functionality through speech, which makes the whole driving experience more safe as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's all becoming so much more important every day. And what about technology across the rest of the car?
So, again, something that was already brilliant, we wanted to make even better, which was interesting, as I said earlier. So we launched the car with the 4-litre V8, 550 PS engine, which is extremely efficient. And is our biggest selling engine in Bentayga. So we're really pleased to do that. Also, the innovative 48-volt body control system is on the vehicle and has been enhanced with, for example, as Stefan said, the difference in the track of the vehicle. That extra 20 millimetres makes all the difference to just improve what was already great, just one step forward in terms of steering feel and lateral control of the car. And you mentioned earlier the headlamps, for example. Each one, 48 LEDs in each headlamp with adjustable modes which are automatic for different driving conditions, which really help with the night driving experience, but equally doesn't dazzle the oncoming traffic, which is really important.
Now, you mentioned that at launch we will have the V8. So when can we expect the hybrid, which will be part of the Beyond 100 strategy that Adrian spoke about earlier?
Yeah, the hybrid will be available through the rest of this year. So in the major markets where we see hybrid as really important, the UK, of course, Europe, Japan and the USA. And then with other markets, the hybrid will be introduced in 2021.
Lovely. Thank you very much. I look forward to driving them both.
Yeah, great. Absolutely.
Light is very special. My name is Cesar Montada. I'm head of the light design department at Audi. Audi is light. Audi is definitely light. And for us, it's very important to see that the light signature, or day running light, It's actually a signature not for Audi, but also for each one of the Audis, and of course, also the new A8. So we are introducing the new generation of laser light. On this car, you will see a laser light signature. So you see this X, and this is a symbol for precision, for focus light, for strength, for far-reaching light. And X will be recognizable for everybody when you see it. This is a laser light. OLED light is a very special light for designers. It's very precise, it's very thin. You have to imagine that the emitting surface of light, it's 200 times thinner than a human hair. We dream about this light not making only one surface or in 2D, but bending it, bring it in 3D. And of course, who knows from there on where it goes. We introduced dynamic light, so the light is moving and is also changing the character. Imagine when you approach the car welcomes you, almost like an orchestra director. So you call for attention and then you open, bringing this music out, this light movement, This happens in the front, of course, on the A8, but also on the back, and the back is very special. It's extremely emotional. It's got this very long line. We define this extremely precise line of light that catches the body, or emphasizing the exterior. And there you can see the light running, from the center to the outside through each one of the segments, showing the precision of the new technology. I think designers, we always talk about the eyes of the car. So we tend to design the cars a bit like a face. The physiognomy of a kid has big eyes. The eyes are much bigger than many other parts of the face, and as you grow up, you tend to change this proportion. The eye tends to be a bit more closed, a bit more focused. And of course, we wanted to show also this focus eye on the A8. This is why it has this very penetrating look at it. It's really staring at you very clearly, but very decisively. We took the best technology what we had, LED light, laser light, and OLED, and we placed it beautifully in this car. Audi is light. Audi is definitely light. It's a beautiful thing.
Carly said, looking forward to our weekend. Kisses, Carly.
I'm gonna check on it right away. No, because I'm leaving now for the drawing. Yes. Do it for Monday. The paper.
What can I do for you?
Take me to the theatre.
Searching for theatre nearby.
This is not the future, this is now. Invisible technology that makes intelligence as natural as the air we breathe, that connects us with the world around us 24/7 and offers the greatest luxury of all, time. And the car?
you.